Hello and welcome to this week's Wild Spirits News. My name is Sibylle and today I'm going to tell you how to spot the difference between a hobby and a passion. Passion has become a rather overused word nowadays, and I'm painfully aware of that because my whole work and my whole business is focused on passions. And I see all around me on social media and in articles and elsewhere people throwing around the word passion to the point where it doesn't really mean anything anymore. Every even remote interest is called a passion these days. And of course you could say there's nothing wrong with pursuing your interests and pursuing your hobbies. And I completely agree with that. In today's world, we need to do more of the things that we enjoy, even if they're just a hobby. However, there is a difference, and I think it's very important to differentiate between a hobby or interest and a passion. A hobby or an interest is basically anything that captures your attention. An example would be, for me, singing is a hobby of mine. I love to sing, and I used to sing in a band even when I was younger. But I wouldn't call it a passion. Music is my passion. But singing as such, I'm not all that good at it. I mean, I used to have singing lessons for a while, and as I said, I enjoy it a lot. It gives me a lot of joy. But I do have more than one friend who is professionally trained as a professional singer, and I know the difference very well between them and myself. So for me, this is just a hobby. Dancing is my passion. It means that I'm not fully myself if I don't dance. A passion fulfills a need. It's something that truly lights you up. It's something that makes time fly. 2 hours are suddenly passed and you've no idea where they went. They felt like 5 minutes to you. You could do a passion all day. It never feels like work. You feel like you never want to stop doing those. Whereas a hobby or an interest is anything that, like I said, it's anything that captures your attention, and it might fill you with this same joy and ecstasy that a passion does, especially when you first discover it. But usually if it's an interest or a hobby, this extreme dedication to it doesn't really last. You might still enjoy it years later, but that initial enthusiasm has passed. Whereas for a passion, it usually lasts for years. And your enthusiasm might be cyclical, so you might enjoy it a little more or a little less at times, but if it's a passion, it'll usually always come back. You'll fall in love with it all over again, and suddenly you're on fire again and could do it all day. You may well ask why this is so important, this differentiation between a hobby and a passion. And the reason why it's important is that not pursuing your passions means to limit yourself. It's like I mentioned earlier, it means not to fully be yourself and to fully unfold your own potential and your own capacity for happiness and joy, and also for contribution in the world. And keeping part of themselves under wraps, not going for what really lights them up, is one of the most common regrets that old people have on their deathbed, just at the end of their lives. That's when people express regrets, one of the things that come up most often is that I wish I had gone for that. I wish I had done more of this. I wish I had overcome the obstacles and pursued that passion because it's really what I wanted to do. In my life, like I said, I had a time when you might have heard the story. There were years when I kept myself under wraps. I was in a slight depression, and one of the telltale signs of this was that I wasn't pursuing my passions. For example, my passion for dancing. And when I overcame this slowly, healed myself and returned to life, so to speak, one of the first things that I did was dance. Put on some tunes and dance like a headless chicken. And I started doing that every day once again, like I had for most of my life. And this is one of the main things that showed me that I was actually past this, that I was myself again, that I was back in life again. And I can't even tell you the amount of joy that has brought me, and the amount of insights, and that the reconnection with who I really am, and also with my life purpose. And this is the last point I want to make. Your passions also lead you to your life purpose. Now, it's not always as straightforward as, this is my passion, so pursuing this is my life purpose, or my life purpose is directly related to that passion. It's not always, in some cases it is as straightforward as that, but in many cases it isn't. However, being fully evolved, being in your full pleasure, in your full joy, in your full happiness, in that state that you get into when you pursue your passion or multiple passions, and radically prioritize those passions, place the main emphasis in your life on these passions, then you're in an ideal state to discover and attract your life purpose, and to uncover what it is that you were put on this planet to do. This is part of what I do in my work, obviously, so I've seen it happen very often. And that's the reason why it is so important, why I keep urging you to actually pursue your passions. And this is also why it's important to differentiate. If it's a hobby or an interest, by all means do it. As long as you enjoy it, do it. But pay attention to those things. Pay special attention, especially in our day and age where we are all so busy and have so little time left. Pay special attention to the things that truly light you up, that are truly part of you, that make you forget time, and that make you so ecstatic and fulfilled that you know they are a passion, because these are the most important things in life, and that's the one thing that you really should place a priority on every day and every week and every month of your life. Would you like to join my tribe of wild spirits? All you need to do is go to wildspiritscoaching.com and fill in the little form there. You'll receive a weekly email full of information and recommendations, inspiration, and special offers that are often exclusive to the people on my email list. So go to wildspiritscoaching.com and sign up. You can also Google Wild Spirits Coaching. That'll get you to my website as well. I promise I will never ever spam you, nor will I ever share your details with anyone else. Thanks for watching.